Bay of Bengal diplomacy, India should foster regional cooperation on environment and disaster management. What is the need for regional disaster diplomacy initiatives in South Asia? How should regional disasters be addressed in South Asian context? What are the key takeaways of India's environmental diplomacy? What is the way forward for India? GS Paper 2, Bilateral, Regional and Global Groupings and Agreements Involving India and/or Affecting India's Interests. What is the context about? After 2 decades, the regional leaders have renewed the focus and enthusiasm to rejuvenate BIMSTEC. India will seek to reaffirm its regional leadership in environmental and climate diplomacy, as it hosts the first Bay of Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation disaster management exercise, BIMSTEC BMEX 2017, starting October 10. It is therefore a welcome opportunity to boost effective cooperation in the sub-region. What is the need for regional disaster diplomacy initiatives in South Asia? The BIMSTEC region, comprising 22% of the global population, is exposed to an ever-increasing threat from natural disasters. South Asia has witnessed many catastrophic disasters, the most recent one being the Nepal earthquake, April 2015, that is said to have killed nearly 9,000 people, highest on record in the country. For instance, the impacts of disasters are not necessarily localized due to the interconnections with the geo-economics and geopolitical realities of the international, more so regional, security environment. Therefore, the need to adopt preventive and adaptive measures against both sudden earthquakes, tsunamis or cyclones, and gradual climate change or droughts changes is becoming more and more imperative, not just for one country but the whole world. How should regional disasters be addressed in South Asian context? Integrated mechanism to address the spurt in the scale, frequency and impacts of disasters are absent as of now. BIMSTEC, therefore, has the opportunity to enable a paradigm policy shift from a traditional relief-centric, reactive approach towards a joint, proactive, holistic one. In order to strengthen intergovernmental coordination, the first step would be to devise a Disaster Risk Reduction (DRR) regional action plan. The roadmap should reflect a clear strategy to integrate DRR in all development programs of member nations, adopt a multi-hazard and multi-sectoral approach to DRR and work towards common outcomes through institutionalizing partnerships across all levels of governance. What are the key takeaways of India's environmental diplomacy? India is organizing regional meetings. India is hosting BIMSTEC disaster management exercise with countries within vicinity of Bay of Bengal to build capacity for adaptation and mitigation. India has initiated International Solar Alliance to tap the potential of solar energy in tropical region. Many small islands in Pacific Ocean have shown their willingness to join. India has launched South Asian satellite that inter alia provide information on regional hazards. India is building capacity in tackling environment disasters through the Aura's eastern part. What is the way forward? Given the region's nature of vulnerability, India can set up permanent secretariat in India with like-minded countries to provide continuity to the initiatives. India needs to expedite setting up of tsunami early warning system in the disputed South China Sea. This will foster confidence toward India among southeastern countries. India can propose Ujjwala scheme of LED lights to other small island nations as we did with Malaysia. With rising risk of flooding in transnational rivers with Bangladesh, Early settlement of water sharing disputes and policy on climate refugee is necessary.